It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show with Lady Love, Bad Bunny, and I go by Miss Lissa. We gon' wake that ass up. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show. We give you what you need, yo. You need, yo. Every 3 times a week, yo. A week, yo. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese, about to wake that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Told your big daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up.
After we do the show, then stop. Then what? Subscribe it like it's hot. After we do the show, then stop. Now what? Subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot.
There you go, though. Don't you
That
ever
baby
talk
daddy
shit about
came
Chris Hey, Chris, let's talk shit while you right here, though.
Yeah, I hear him
Look at that
talking.
shit.
Baby daddy is here, okay? No game will be played. When you say you coming, pause.
Yeah, I let it go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, I let it go.
we got
Bang,
Chris,
bang,
Gotti,
bang.
Lorenzo
Yeah.
in the building, bacon, egg, and
Yeah.
cheese. He's ready to chop up some hot topics. You see him like Superman, he wears his brand. Let everybody know about your brand.
Believe that. Adventure music. I live and breathe that shit. You know, it's still Murder Inc. Don't get it, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it fucked up. You know, me and my brother, we inseparable. It's just I had to create something to help, let's say, to help empower these independent artists out here. If you know, look, when you was going, you know what I'm saying, and all that, the music industry is totally different.
New world. It's a whole new
It's
world now.
a whole new world. So guess what? When the old dinosaurs, which is the Universal, Warner Brothers, and Sony, they didn't address that shit. They didn't address how to help all of this new flux of artists and how to help them. And that's what I did with Adventure Music. I'm here to help all those new independent artists, educate them, and give them a platform where they can distribute their music. And don't get it fucked up either. There's a ton of distribution companies out there, but none of them are trying to educate the artists to teach them, you know, how to actually make money inside of this business from that standpoint.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, you definitely are helping a lot of independent artists. Anyone that wants to get in contact with you, how would they do that?
Holla.
Slide in the DM, it goes down in the DM.
Listen, I don't really, how about this? I don't really be on my Instagram. I'm an old head, you know what I'm saying? I'm 54. I'm not an Instagram dude in the sense of, am I on it? I'll go and check shit, but I have a team that works with me. So when they see it, they hit me, yo, and then I respond. I'll be the one to respond. I don't let no one talk for me. But they may do my post and I'll give them what I want to say. You know, they ask me to quote, like, what do I want to say? And I'll put that, but they the ones handling that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hit the DM. You got Adventure Music 1. I was hacked before. You know, this world is crazy. They hacked the company, and I didn't pay the ransom note. I refused to deal with terrorists.
We don't negotiate with terrorists. Yeah, how much are you trying to negotiate?
At all. I don't negotiate with terrorists. And it wasn't even a big number. I'm really confused. Like, when they did it, it was so short. Made me say, I cannot pay that. Like, it wasn't even about the money. It was a few $100s. And they took me down at about 45,000. That's when I was at a 45,000. I had to start all over and had to add the one, Adventure Music 1 on it instead of just Adventure Music. And when I called Instagram and all of them, they didn't even know I existed because they took over everything. Wow. And their emails, and they was like, they can't switch it. I don't know what they did, but they're fucking good at it. So I don't want them to hack me. I hope they leave me the fuck alone. So
you know what I would suggest to everybody, because that's happening a lot. There's a 2-part authentication code. So now, like, if somebody tries to hack into your code, it'll hit your cell phone, you know, because I deal with that a lot. But I know that
very
I
important to do that 2-part. Yeah, I just added that in. That is super important when they added that feature because, again, like I said, from a company standpoint, I lost all my content, everything, you know. Now, mind you, I probably have it somewhere, but to find it over X amount of years, it's not easy. It's not just sitting there. Look, we hood business. This is what I call nigga business. We nigga business. Meaning, I'm not buttoned up like these corporate America companies, maybe how they are, buttoned up. But I could, like I said, I have it. It's all over the place.
I just want to shout out to the whole Gotti family because they saw Young Luck running wild through Def Jam.
Facts.
I don't look like what I've been through, but definitely it's always been love. Like no matter where I saw you guys, Chris, no matter where I saw you, definitely Irv, we've had some wild times on the road and stuff like that. So I just want to give y'all all the love. And you've never changed up on me. Like I tell people that because I went through a lot of different transitions in this life of mine, but no matter when luck is up or down, luck is fat or slim, it's always love every time I see you guys.
It's all love. And what's sad is the music industry makes people act different. When you say you never change up, I don't know one. I only know one way, and that's how to be me. So money don't make me. It never did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still sitting on a bunch of money. I'm still good. It's no different. I'm just me. I have homes in multiple places, so it's all good. My family's good. My kids is good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's good, and that's the main thing. Life is good. Like, just stay safe with this damn COVID, all this COVID shit. You know what I'm saying? Just stay safe.
Yes, people do switch up in this industry. You will be fucking with somebody heavy, and then next thing you know, they pop, and they have amnesia. Like, they just forget everything. But I turn into Michael Jackson on them. I'll be like, do you remember? Do you remember the time?
Hey, see, you say Michael Jackson. It's funny you say that. I say Tupac. See, Tupac said to Biggie, you and I know what's going on. So, payback. Knew you bitch niggas from way back. You went you shot with that. You knew I
woke up and chose violence. He chose violence today.
No, but that's but I lived that. Look, like for real, when niggas act funny with me, I'm like, nigga, me and you know what's up. I don't care what you say and lie about. Don't come lying to me. So, because I know niggas, people. I don't want to just say it's men because it's just people.
Well, I mean, during that time that you guys bust the Fed's ass, because you guys did bust the Fed's ass. Round of applause for that. Did a lot of people try to distance themselves? Did a lot of people act funny during that time?
Only the fake ones.
Right.
So at the end of the day, let me give you some more shit with that. But the Feds, when they came in, I investigated everybody around me, and I told them all. So if you know good, imagine you could find out everyone that's next to you, all your friends, and know if they with you or not. That's what I did. And I told them, if you have a problem, I'm going to find out, nigga. See, that's what happens when you got some money. See, we had enough. In order to beat the Feds, it's not about right or wrong. It's about resources. If we don't have the money to fight, right, that fight with them, they have unlimited resources. They tried to cut off every money revenue stream we had, and they did. So we was for 3 years not receiving money from Def Jam, Universal, none of the music part, nothing, nowhere. See, people don't know that, and that's how they move. They're strategic. That's why their 98% conviction rate is 98%.
You guys had lottery chances, because that's what it is. Like, for you to win the lottery, it's like you motherfuckers hit the lottery, man. So
it's definitely about money, especially here in America, because at the end of the day, me and you, Luck, all of us, we could get locked up for the same exact shit. But if I got money to bail out and y'all don't, y'all stuck in there. Yeah. And I'm home. Now, how is that even possible?
I don't even like those type of scenarios. I rebuke that whole energy. Like, just say Ralph, Mike, and Bobby.
Not New Edition.
Somebody else.
Well, speaking of fighting in battles, the Ja Rule Fat Joe versus was definitely one to remember. And we know you were in the building. Can you talk a little bit about how that felt?
Well, I'm going to start by saying shout out Fat Joe. You know, he got a little dirty. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want, you know, when they first announced the battle, I reached out. The only reason Murder Inc. is so tight with Terror Squad, I could actually say, is because of me. You know, all my Murder Inc. Niggas, they would always tell me, nigga, you got a TS tat. You got a TS tat somewhere. Where's your, like I'm Terror Squad. Because I fuck with Joe, but he was just a good dude. And I knew a lot of his people from the Bronx already. So it just made sense. But at the end of the day, he threw a few blows, but I tried to get him to do something different from the beginning. I said, y'all don't need to go at each other. Why don't y'all do something together? It's verses. It doesn't matter. We don't need to always be against each other. You know, this is more nigga shit. I hate it. You know, it's part of what keeps black people back. You know, we are very crabs in a barrel mentality. And that's, you know, that's part of it. Now, I understand the battle part, but I said, there's a way to do it without being dirty. You know, he took a few shots. I was screaming.
He said some rude stuff about women. Like he was.
Well, he apologized. I know.
But you could tell it was because he was in his feelings because he knew he was losing.
He knew he was getting crushed. But
it's
the reality is again, he played on something that he set up that backfired. He played on the whole G. You know what else y'all may not realize is his DJs controlled all the fucking music on it before the thing started in the break, when he took a break, which wasn't scheduled, which I was pissed at. How do you get to dictate you just taking a fucking break? Like, I was screaming. I was pissed. I told Rule, keep going, fuck him. You know, I was mad because it's like, what are you doing, yo? At least if you're going to do that, talk to us. Don't treat us like you don't know it, niggas, yo. Don't do that.
Right.
And that's how I felt. Too. Yeah, but then, you know, but that was part of his whole, he's trying to look like something more than what it is or whatever it is. And you know, it didn't work for him.
Yeah, he had to do it.
But Joe,
listen,
I got to sound
Joe.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I do want to say, I do want to say
Joe's
that,
our brother, though. Joe is family, like, for real. And, you know, he said things again that I was like, damn, I could have went in, like, we got ammunition, we just didn't go there. What did Michelle Obama, you go low, we go high. Like, we didn't go there. We didn't go there.
Yo,
like,
y'all Arsenal is crazy.
But
I
run a battle league. I run a battle league, so I'm all here for, you know, the gritty coming at each other head. I feel like it's a sport, regardless if y'all friends, because like if you play basketball and y'all on two different teams, but y'all still got to come in to win. You know,
Rule was groomed. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's different. If there was a battle like that. Versus is not a battle. It's already records that you have. He's playing fucking Nelly records. He's playing Big Pun records. It's not his.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so what are we doing? It's a difference. See, that's what, you know, if you understand what Versus was originally, it's going there because that's what black shit is. We always want to rip each other apart.
Yeah,
I don't want to
interrupt you, but
that's
and we want to watch. Everyone wants to watch it.
Is that black shit or is that hip hop?
It's hip hop.
Well, the hip hop is black. Let's not get it fucked up. It's black shit.
Yeah.
We are hip hop. We created what we did as black people. We created the biggest entity in the world ever, and it's called hip hop. So when you understand how big hip hop is, you understand what we created. And you know, the other side is always trying to take it from us. They didn't want to tell us how big we are, but they can't stop it because it's so in our face. So they had to concede and say, it is the biggest genre of music now. It's been the biggest genre.
Right.
It's been.
When we was doing it, it was the biggest genre of music. But they wanted to keep pop culture because that's money and it's business. And when you understand money and business, you understand what they're doing. You know, I went at Russell one day because I said, Russell, how do you don't own this shit? You're the godfather of this shit. You were supposed to own hip hop like that, or be the voice. Because who, you know, in my opinion, there's only one person that should be or could be the voice, in my opinion, which is Jay-Z, right? And I could be biased or whatever, but again, only because he's done so much for this culture and for the people. And who else could be biased or, you know, or non-biased to the situations that we need to get addressed is a culture. And so we could get empowered the proper way. And that is what I'm trying to deal with. You know, shout out Jay. I got a meeting with him coming up. So God willing, we get on the same page with a lot of this shit. We already talked about it, but I want to be on that page with him because, you know, it's hard to get these other artists that are coming up to get the masses to listen to. See, Jay has the, you know, he has it. I called him Neo. I said, you're Neo. You're the one. You're the only one. Like, you're the one that could do it, because the young artists will listen to you because they respect you. That's very hard to do with these young artists today, you know. And he could do it. The older artists absolutely listen and respect him, but the younger artists, the new generation, what is just always about in anything, it's always about the new. So these young artists is the ones that's controlling it. Our job is, let's say, OGs or veterans in the game, is to help them navigate through some of these pitfalls and not try and hold them back. You know, one thing I'm about is empowerment. I want to see everybody win. I want to see all of y'all do good. It's no reason that it has to be one of us that's doing good. So it's like, you know, so it's like,
that's what's up.
You know, and then with independence, there's no reason you have to like one artist. I didn't like just one artist. I like Jay-Z. I like Biggie Smalls. I like Tupac. Fuck it. What's wrong? What's wrong with that? Why did I have to choose? I never chose. You know what I'm saying?
I like them all too. Nas, Jay-Z,
and music,
DMX, John, everybody. Kim, Foxy, like.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's music. So if we're just listening to music, I don't need to know them as a person. Now, you're talking different if you're talking about from a personal standpoint, but it's music. Everyone made dope music that I'm talking about.
I got a quick question. Speaking of dope music, I got a question. Like, because I was on Def Jam when you guys had it, and there was at one point in time you guys were carrying the label. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, how did that feel at that point in time? Like, because I know you guys came in, it was one way, and then I mean the explosive success. Pause. You know, how was that feeling when, like, at the peak of everything, when Ja is just the hottest thing smoking?
You know, in my history, I never dealt with A&Rs. I only dealt with CEOs, and I'm not bragging. It's just the way Irv was set up and the way we were set up. We always went to the connect. We never went to someone to someone to someone. We always wanted to get right to it. And there was a moment, so you bring that up, there was a moment, 336, we made an album in LA. That was his second album. And we come back to play it for Def Jam. And then Def Jam basically tells us, Leo and all of those guys say that album is trash, go make a new album. Right? And this is the whole marketing team. This is everyone. No one is acting like they like any music that we just came back. We loved it when we made it in LA. And when you go through those hits on that album, it's legendary. But they acted like it was terrible. They told us it was no good. We leave that meeting feeling like we was the wackest shit ever. Like, damn, we really whacked. Like, we just made a trash album thinking we got something. And then we just sat there, and then what happened was we said, I know I sent our group text out, and I said, that's the Skytail pages. So I hit my Murder Inc. group, and I hit, and all I said was, the two-way, and I said, remember LA. And when I did that, Irv went crazy. Fuck them niggas, fuck that. Because in LA, we loved it, and we had everyone in the studio, and we knew it's a new sound. That's really the birth of the Murder Inc. sound, 336. That's when Ja changed his flows, everything. And when we go back to Leo, he's like, I'm not supporting it. I'm going to give you to the letter of our contract. This is all you got, and that's it. I'm not doing nothing else. And if it don't work, he's basically letting us brick. And Irv said, okay. And Irv, no one could take credit. Irv, my brother, shout out Irv Gotti, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Irv took the lead and went ham with all the radio programmers, everybody, and broke those records. And once we broke the records, we go back to Def Jam, and that's when you say that's when we took control of Def Jam. That's the moment we took control, because now they couldn't tell us anything.
Right.
Now we were completely independent. We had a joint venture, but we're independent on all our music, everything. We don't want to hear nothing because you didn't even believe. And then we sell over 5 million plus records with this album. Like, you can't talk to us now, like, about music or anything. We're going to be telling you what we want, executed. And to their credit, they did. To their credit, they did that until the feds came in. And then they cooperated with the feds. Again, that's another part that people don't know. They cooperated against us with the feds because the feds told.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the feds told them, if you help them, we're going to investigate you too. And no one wants to be investigated with the feds. So they took the high road and said, See you guys. You know,
and how was those relationships after that? How was those
listen
relationships?
to me, I laugh at it. I laugh at it, but it's not funny at all, and it's sad but that's business. Corporate Americas, they have again. I'm not condoning it, but I do understand their move. It's a business. They didn't want to be aligned. What if we was guilty? What if we did all these things and they're standing next to us? It might destroy them. They took the high road. So our relationship after that, again, we're cool. I'm still cool with Leo and Kev. Everybody over there. Julie, Irv is really cool with all of them. But, you know, that's a whole – it was a big deal. I'll say that because I'm sitting here. I could absolutely say if I wasn't sitting here, it might be a bullseye or something. Like, it'd be like, nah, this ain't right.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, you know, God works in mysterious ways. He opens and makes you see things, you know what I'm saying? So I got to see it. Like I said, I investigated all my friends. I investigated all the agents on my case. How about that?
Mm.
Well, speaking of secret agents.
Oh, man.
It seems as though Dr. Dre had a secret agent at his mother's funeral because he was served with papers from his ex-wife, court papers, where she wanted there in a very dirty divorce. And while he was burying his mother, he was served with court papers. Sorry, his grandmother. Yeah. Thank you, Lady Luck. He was served with court papers. She's asking him to pay for her lawyer's fee. She's asking for spousal support, different things. How shady. How do you feel about this, Chris Gotti? I went
through a divorce. I understand it completely. You know, women is, you know, I blame women, but, you know, I blame women. You create these divorce levels.
Get that bag, boo. Get that bag. See? He got it. He got it. Go get that bag. She put that time in.
Okay,
was it wrong for her to approach him
you
there?
reap what you sow. You know, when you think marriage is supposed to be in a certain mindset with each other, it's not supposed to be about that bag. So that's why it's like you're putting two different things. So if a man decides to tell you, you know, we're going to do this prenup and this is it, and then you don't want to do it, then you shouldn't say what you're saying. Because
I'm
marriage,
all here for the prenup.
I'm sure, listen to me, I'm 1,000% sure she is going to be well compensated. But is there a level of overcompensation just because he has X amount of money? Like, that's when listen to me, I have 5 sisters.
My daddy always
I have
told
5
me.
sisters. I'm going to tell you what I tell. I got 5 sisters. I have a daughter. Again, it's about making sure it's just about what's right is right and that, you know, and what's wrong is wrong. There's levels to this shit. Now, if she built that business, if she was in that studio pushing them buttons that made that money, if she was the one getting the beats, I'm all for the 50-50.
Right.
Which is only fair. But
right.
When you're not, there's a level. That's all I'm saying. And I'm sure the mother of his children, right, is going to be compensated as long as that man's alive. You don't need to get dirty. You don't need to get dirty. If you're dealing with a man of integrity, and I'm going to say Dr. Dre's a man of integrity, there's no doubt in my mind.
We don't know this, Mr. Chris Gotti Laredo.
And that's what I wanted to say. That is one thing that I wanted to say. So these men, y'all men gotta understand. Y'all men gotta understand.
I fight very well.
I used to tell my brother. I used to tell my brother all the time. I would tell my brother all the time. Whenever his baby moms would get mad at him, I would be like, yo, she got you by the balls. You better move accordingly. You understand me? Because for the next 18 years, she got you by the balls. So at the end of the day, these men got to be more careful how they move, who they choosing to have these baby with. Because like my daddy said, if you want to get a man, you got to hit him in the pockets. That's the only way to hurt him. So if he doing shit to hurt her, then she got to move like my daddy said. Hit that nigga in his pockets.
Okay,
and we also have to remember.
It's all good. Look, nothing lasts forever, right? It's the only thing we know for sure. Only thing we know, because this is what you got to start understanding. You know, when I went through a divorce, I'm sitting in front of this judge, this white man, and he's sitting there telling me about what I'm going to do, what I'm going to talk to my daughter. Fuck out of here, yo. And if she allows that, that's so wrong, because just because it didn't work, just because niggas had to change their heart, because it could be the woman that had to change too. She started not doing things that made him go other places or do other things. No one's perfect.
What?
No, come on, don't act like it's only one side.
First of all,
I'm saying as adults, on some real shit, as adults, why does it have to go there? Like I said, and I'm saying both parts, not just one part. It has to be two sides. A marriage is a marriage. It's a marriage.
You got men doing it. Look what Homeboy did to Mary J. Blige. You got men out here doing the same thing.
I'm not saying it isn't. I didn't say it's one way.
What about
both ways?
He cheated on her and then said, yo, when she said, I'm done with you, he said, word, you done. But I ain't done with your money, though. I need that
His
bread.
name
Come
is
up
Can
off
Do.
that
That
bread.
sounds like an opportunist to me. Can you do this? Can do that? Can you do that? Can you do that? Can you do that? Nigga, your name Can Do. Your name Can Do. You can't do. But what about Dr. Dre? I just want to go back to this because you was definitely advocating, and I understand because you are a man. But I do want to remind our viewers that
I represent the women too. Allegedly, don't get in that stuff. But go ahead.
Because Michelle left Dr. Dre to go with Suge Knight. Okay, she said that Suge Knight was nicer than Dr. Dre. Let's just put that in the air.
But again, if I went to hold on, no. You know I don't like hold on. You know I don't do this because Irvin. Okay, look, Irvin and Shanti, right? They was really together. That was Irv's girl. That was her guy. Like that, they was really together at one point in time. But let me go talk to your ex and let me see what he says about you. Let me go talk to any one of your exes and then vice versa. You go talk to my exes, guess what? It's all love and respect. See, it's the way you deal with them. I don't have an ex that you're going to get anything negative about me. See, so just because these men or women, because it's both ways, don't know how to be, that's their problem. See, when I'm coming from is my shit. I'm about love, loyalty, and respect. So if you got them three, again, was I out on women? Yeah, and I told them why. But women could take the real shit, just like a man should be able. Men are weak.
Speaking of men, let me hear this shit.
Men are weaker than women in that respect. Meaning, women take the truth. Niggas don't take the truth.
That's true.
I'm telling you, the truth. But again, we all make decisions after the truth. You
Darius
choose.
McCary is
no,
definitely
we live
speaking the truth.
You pick what you do. No one could make you do something, or else that's fucking. That's a whole different crime. You choose to whatever you live. Yeah, see, well, you want to be lied to.
Don't tell me the truth.
You want to be lied to.
Let me tell you something.
I don't want to know.
That's right. Don't tell me the truth. The truth might get you hurt. The truth might get you hurt. I'm with all the shit.
Keep moving. Why?
I'm with all the shit.
No, but what I say is, again, why? Just keep moving. If a nigga ain't fucking with you, why you fucking with them? Give them that same energy.
That's a fact. But if a nigga ain't fucking with me, he wouldn't be lying to me because you lying to me because you want to keep me around. Obviously, that's what I'm saying.
No. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Niggas want to eat their cake and eat it too. They want to have their cake and eat it too.
So you
Darius McCary wants his cake and wants to eat it too.
All right. I just wanted to chime in on this thing. Like, I don't.
Josh, what up, Josh? Hey, you got a lot of good people on this line right now.
I would like to say,
Torres.
Just because you see more than one person does not mean that you don't love either party, and it doesn't necessarily. Let me finish. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't like this person or they're even lacking in anything. It might be like, yo, I want barbecue chicken. I like a little seafood on Saturdays. It might be just, some of us are just selfish. You know what I'm saying? And they want to have a good time. So, I mean, not that is me. Not that it's me, baby. If you watch it, that is not me at all. But I'm just simply saying
Roy, what up?
We just get so caught up on, oh, you just got to be with me.
Did you ever see the Malcolm X movie? Did you ever see the Malcolm X movie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know about Martin Luther King and Coretta and Malcolm X and Betty Shabazz, right? So I'm gonna give you this is to me this is what I teach my daughter so she understands men, because men have to be ready, and I use these two men, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, for this reason, because they, you know, Claretta and Betty Shabazz, they had beef with each other. They would always say little slick shit back and forth to each other because Martin he was out there.
Okay, I'm about to say.
Martin was out. Malcolm X, when he got with Betty, was with just Betty. So that was their beef. But the reason he was with just Betty, is he was a pimp before. He did all types of shit. He was ready to settle down. No, as a man, and I'm not saying all men have to get it out their system. This is just his case. But a man has to be ready. That's why it's so hard for women, because women have to understand when is a man ready. Because a man is going to say, yo, because he want to hit that. Right? And she's the same. She wants that thing too. It goes both ways.
I was just about to say that.
It's not one-sided.
A woman got to be ready too. I was just about to say that.
Okay, so it goes both ways. So until a man is ready to say, I'm locking in with her, that's it. She can, women's biggest problem is they think that thing is gonna make that man ready.
But what I'm saying is, though, not for nothing, I always say this: monogamy. So why y'all lie though? So why y'all lie?
I don't lie, so don't put me in that category.
But you never lie. You never lie. You never lie.
Relationship. I told him myself. Here, my man just wrote it. He said he tells on himself. That's how I got divorced. She never caught me with nobody, nothing. And I said, you know what? I'm breaking your heart. Let me tell you, I'm cheating. And yeah, I did it. That's 1,000%.
If you wanted to leave, just say so.
No, hold on. See, when I was coming home to a fight every day. See, when I say that, now you're in the middle of something. I married this girl, so you're in the middle of something. You don't want to just. It takes a lot to make it happen. It's in my case. And then I told her, but that's what it was. I said, I'm not coming home. And I'm going to tell you when. Before music, I did construction. Okay? So I was funding dealing with all of this shit. I'm doing construction. My brother, I'm hitting him. He's like, yo, this shit is popping. I need you back over here now. Because I started music, but we wasn't making money. I had to go get money. And I did big jobs. I wasn't doing no little jobs. I was doing millions of dollars in construction business. I had 37-man crew. We did all cities, all in New York. My parks, my subway stations is still there that I built. So you understand? Yeah, big shit. I didn't go to school. I learned all this. See, for me, this is a badge of honor for me because I learned how to build everything. I learned how to operate all the machines, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. And then I ended up doing all the shit. So then now I put her through law school. So my ex is a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't go to school. And I always used to tell her, you have something to fall back on. I don't have shit. I was locked up and all this shit. I don't have no education. I said, don't tell me not to do music when I see a big side. So I was doing both. And while I'm doing both, again, all of this shit I'm burning out. I'm going from 7 in the morning, coming home at 4 in the morning, waking back up, right back to construct, like crazy time for me. I did it for a year and a half before I burnt out. And all I did, she's pissed off because she don't have the same nigga no more because I'm trying to build something for the family. You understand? Some security. See, so she started arguing with me every night. I come in at 3, 4 in the morning, she jump up out of bed fighting. See, and one thing, if you know anything about me, I'm a man of my word. So I tell her, if I come home to another fight, I'm out. I have a baby girl. Shout out Crystal with her. You know what I'm saying? At the time. You know how hard it is for me to walk away from my daughter in the sense of breaking up? Because I'm never walking away from my daughter, but it won't be the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be different. You know what I'm saying? And I did. And I came home that next day. She jumped up screaming like, yo, I thought you thought I'm playing. I just bought my man's house. Shout out Nick at the time. And I packed my bag and I go back to the hood where we from because I bought his house in the hood in Hollis. And I stayed there. And she couldn't believe it. And then I would come to get, I went through all of the shit you're supposed to go through trying to fix it. And it wasn't good because I wasn't dealing with that shit. And so what am I doing? So what should I be doing when I'm not with her? You tell me. Should I quit my whole fucking man existence? Should I now come a hermit somewhere? You understand? So when I started doing all this shit, it's because she would pop up in the studio. Yo, look, she would pop up in the studio in my car. And, on some real psychotic shit, talking about, yo, Where's your bitches at? Like, you know, because she didn't know. See, that's what she talking about. She doing all that crazy shit. No, that's corny.
I wouldn't do that.
We need to promote
polygamy.
We need to promote polygamy. I think that
absolutely, but you got to be ready for it.
Let me say this real quick. So
when I was young, like when you're younger, you ain't really ready. Marriage is really not meant to be when you in your 20s. In my opinion, you didn't live life. You didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I say that all the time.
You know,
I say that all the time.
Listen to me. There's exceptions, but you know what? The divorce rate is proving my point.
You're right.
So it's not that I'm sitting there saying this is 100%, but the odds is more on my side than the other way. It's like they get married young, then they find out they really didn't even have enough in common to build. My mom and dad
you're always
was
changing
together.
as a person. You're always growing.
My mom and dad were together since before in high school days. They've been together 66 years. Like, you understand? My pops just passed a year ago, but at the end of the day, that's all. That's shout out Poppy. You know what I'm saying? That's all they know though, and they had 8 kids. But they made sacrifices. They didn't have all this shit here. They don't have what we have. They don't have what our kids have today.
They have Instagram.
So, these kids today is dealing with 1,000 things more than what we dealt with. So when people say it ain't the same, it can't be the same. You know what I'm saying? There's so much more access they have to things that we never had. So they're going to develop faster and quicker, and we have to understand that as parents and move with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, but I'm going to say this real quick.
Go ahead, get it off.
I'm going to touch on something that you said. All the people out here that's grinding, that's trying to get on, and you are in a relationship, understand that when your shit pop, that 95% chance that relationship is not going to work. Well, I'm going to tell you this, because change do happen, and at the end of the day, it happened to me, and motherfuckers do get mad when you got to move, when you got to go with, when you in the studio. Like, I would be in the studio and come home. I was coming home 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and at the end of the day, motherfuckers' heads do start tweaking. Like, what you doing? And all kinds of shit. And it's just not gonna work because you busy. You gotta shake, you gotta move. And they living like, they clocking in a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's gonna clash.
I'm gonna tell you when I put my ex through law school, right? The first thing they tell her, was over 82% of relationships do not make it through law school. Because exactly what you're saying, and that's law. See, this is cracker shit. This ain't black shit when you talking law school, right? Mind you, because the majority of people going through law school isn't black. That's just it's the fact. So when they come with these statistics, it's mostly black people. So at the end of the day, they told her that. But this is real life. It's like if you're an artist, I recommend you, especially when you're a new artist, you need that support. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't, because you need that support, someone that understands you, that's there for you. But you also got to be out there shaking and moving, and you don't realize the flip effect to your partner.
But they got to support you the way you need the support, not what they think you need.
Well, you know that's what the relationship is. That's it's got to be a collective meaning. It can't be just one way, because then you saying the same thing, and you saying it can't be that for them. It got to be a meeting of the minds. It got to be a meeting of the relationship and guidelines, and you got to stick to it. And then that's when it gets a little fucking hard.
I know for me, when I was in that mindset, it was like, yo, this is my focus. Right. And so,
your livelihood.
Yes, this is my focus. This is my livelihood. And the person that I'm in a relationship is trying to make shit about them. And I get it, because they not really understanding, because they don't live my life. They get up every day, 5 days a week at the same fucking time, drive the same route to the same fucking job, walk in the same building. Hey, Susie, at the same fucking shit.
He don't want you to leave him. He don't want you to leave him. That's insecurity. He's worried about how far you might go, and he's still in that same job doing the same thing. That's a little insecure, right? But again, it's
now I got a double life. I don't, because my job, I gotta
get it
go
off.
to the
Get it
club.
off.
I gotta go to the club for my job. I'm doing walkthroughs. I'm in the studio. I'm smoking. I'm drinking. It ain't my fault that you chose to sit behind a fucking desk. I don't go with you to work every fucking day. And now
See, you
you're
don't
like,
want to
oh,
support
you
him,
want to come
though.
with me? You want to come with me to work every day? If you ain't with me at work, that mean I'm doing something? What the
But
fuck?
you ain't support him.
Mine backfired.
You ain't support him. You ain't gonna bring him lunch.
No, but you know what?
Yeah, bringing lunch is all good, but I can't sit with you at your fucking job and talk to your coworkers and be, yeah, girl, yeah, what's good, Billy? I can't do that. But you want to come to the studio and be like, yo, what's up, Luck? What's up, Lissa? What's up, Chris? You want to do all that? Get the fuck out of here. No.
Oh, man.
All right.
Oh,
I've had backfire.
Hey.
Go ahead, listen.
It had to be a point that it was good, though. See, when I hear that, I'm like, damn, it had to be a point for it to be good.
It was
that's why
good
you were.
at one point.
Where did it all go wrong?
It all went wrong when them late studio sessions started happening, okay? It all went wrong. When motherfuckers is around, when they pull up and they see motherfuckers around you that's getting it.
See, you talking about a man, I
told
you my ex. That's the same thing she couldn't take. She couldn't take it.
I'm talking about a woman. I'm talking about a woman.
I'm sitting there like, nah.
Oh,
I'm not doing it no more. It's never going to happen.
Thing. We in the same boat.
That's what I'm saying. We need to go have drinks together, okay? Let's go have some drinks together. These bitches is crazy.
You ain't
Speaking
never
of
lied.
crazy bitches,
All right, go ahead.
Carrie is in a relationship with a very crazy person. Let's take a look.
Yo, y'all wow. Nah.
What's
That's Eddie Winslow and his new boo.
Okay.
You know who Sydney Star is?
No, I'm not sure. I told you I'm not an Instagram. What is she? Who is she?
Who is she, Lissa?
Sydney Star is a transgendered
Yo,
personality.
come on, why you giving me this? It's too. I'm on the West Coast. I got
She's most known for alleging that Chingy used to date Chingy.
She didn't date Chingy. She said she lied.
Let me tell you something. Since we on these relationship shits, you know what I say? It's your piece of shit. Right? That's your piece of shit. Whoever you with is your piece of shit, and whoever they with is their piece of shit. So it's vice versa, which means no one got to deal with them but each other. So it don't matter what we think.
He's denying it. See, here's the thing.
And that's Lux Boo.
No, that ain't Lux Boo. Shut the fuck up. Hold up.
He was on the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese show. He came up on the show, and he said he was Luck's husband. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. That's supposed to be your nut.
That's your thing.
Supposed to be your nut.
Fuck you, bitches, because neither one of y'all is shit.
Yo, 11, you set me up. Yo, 11, you set me up.
It don't set up. Listen, Chris, it don't change for me. Everybody know I like girls. Everybody know I'm into the girls. Everybody know that.
Yeah,
he came on here, and he was very smooth with it. My whole thing with this is, like, he's trying to deny it. And there's videos in 4K of them. Like, that video wasn't it. There was videos of them doing a lot more than that with some eyes that I be giving people when I'm in the strip club. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna judge Darius. He is a friend of the show. I don't know.
They have a new word. They have that new word. See, when I grew up, there wasn't this word. They called it fluid. He's fluid, yo. Leave it alone, then, man.
Yeah, I might be fluid. When the liquor starts
that's
flowing.
what it is.
I'm not judging nobody.
Yeah, no judgment. I say that. I said we have a different place in time, and evolution, things change. But it's like you have a right to do whatever you want. The only thing is leave it. Don't put it in me. Don't bring it to me. Or if it's not what I want, that's all. Like I don't. I live my life. I'm not.
Well, hopefully you want to play a game.
He got
to play a game.
Wait a minute, Lissa. Let me say this real quick. Okay, Darius, I fuck with you. You a friend of the show. You got to keep it real. Get on your Mr. C shit and just keep it a stack. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Keep it a stack. Period.
Shit, own that shit.
Own that shit, homie.
Come
Own
on,
that
Eddie
shit.
Winslow. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Family matters,
Right.
nigga.
It's about Eddie.
Yo, Superhead,
Oh,
Superhead
man.
fucked that baby up.
So we
Superhead
want to
fucked that
play a
baby
game.
up.
Can we play?
Oh, man.
But
We want to play
Babs, where
mumble
do you
rap
go
or
after
say
Superhead?
words?
But
Babs,
maybe he like it. Maybe he like whatever it is. You know, whatever it is he get from it is what it is. That's it. That's his business. You just
where
want
do
him
you
to
go?
come clean.
Where do you go after Superhead?
Come clean, y'all. Where do you go after
Superhead? Yeah.
It's only up from here.
Nigga said we know how. We love him.
He was trying to go to you, Lady Luck. He said you was his wife.
He did.
Go ahead.
Definitely.
What was you saying? What was the next topic?
He
you
tried to
play
go to
game?
Luck. He tried to go to Luck after Superhead.
He was on her body. He definitely was.
He thought I could give him that time he's looking for. I could give him that time
He
he
was trying to give her them
for.
tender kisses. Yes,
Go ahead,
ma'am.
Oh my goodness.
Would you go ahead?
But yes, we want to play a game with you. Before we get into the game, everyone, don't forget to support Bacon, Egg, and Cheese on YouTube. Just hit us up on YouTube. Hit subscribe, like, comment, and share if you care.
Yeah.
And don't forget to show love to Adventure Music.
Adventures Music, that's right. You go right there. You can sign up, be a part of the team. We do touring. You know, I give the education. I do seminars all across the country. And that's what it's about. It's about education for all the independent artists. You know, I can sit here, most artists, they don't understand the business they're in. They just know how to make them hit records. You know, they get a check at the end of a month, maybe in 30 days, 90 days, whatever it may be, but they really don't know exactly how they got the money. And that's what I'm trying to, you know, if you're independent, if you worked at McDonald's and you worked 40 hours and you was making $20 an hour, you know, $800, I know exactly why I got my 800. You know what I'm saying? An artist doesn't know exactly why they get paid.
That's true. And
That
sometimes
is-
they just sign these contracts and don't know,
You know,
anything.
And it's as simple as that. And I'm trying to simplify it because it's a very complicated business. They made it that way on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because they know you need a lawyer. The lawyer's in bed with them and they could kind of dictate and manipulate. Just think Prince had a problem with the label. Just think Michael Jackson had a problem with the label. Like all the biggest black artists. If you notice, you don't see the white artists complaining, right? Why is that? Because they fix their contracts. They adjust. They do those deals better for them.
Right.
It's just what it is. It is what it is. It's been that way since the beginning of this business. So it's time we could take change in charge of our own career, our own business, and that's what it's about. You know
that is what it's about.
That is what it's about.
Hey, and if you get really going as an independent and the Universal says, hey, I got $10-20 million for you and you want to take it, that's fine. I get it. You know, I didn't have no money when I came in. I fucking made my shit. I figured hook or crook. I might have tied a nigga up or two to get some money. So it's nothing I wouldn't do. Like you understand, at that point, once you got money, it's all about now, for me, it's about helping others figure that path out so they don't have to go through the shit I went through or deal with the shit I dealt with. And that's on some real OG shit. That's just how I was raised. So I'm passing it down. I'm trying to grab as many people at the below me up and pull them up. You know what I'm saying? So I know I saved a lot of lives in my time. So, you know, hopefully God, thank you, love. Hopefully God looks down on me and blesses me for that reason because I know for sure I changed a lot of lives.
Sir.
Yeah.
Hopefully, sir, you are a walking blessing. I don't know if you've looked around.
No.
I know.
You like blessed up. You know how they say. You know how they say blessed up? Like you blessed up.
I'm just humble. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely blessed up. I'm just humble. I don't really I don't brag. I just do what I do. I'm just working here. And we only here for a short time. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So
what is your
I'm definitely baby. Let's go.
I'm definitely gonna reach out to you.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna reach out to you because my goddaughter is an artist. She's fire. She know how to work the board. She makes beats, but more importantly, her music is fire. She's 17 years old. She is a student of the culture because, like, her parents, and plus me, I'm her godmother. Like this is what she breathes, and I really would love for you to meet her, for love for you to hear what she has. This is the new wave. Luck.
I already said fire. You've been cutting me off.
She already said fire.
You've been cutting me off this whole time.
Okay.
She's
in Brooklyn. She's in Brooklyn.
Perfect the whole time.
Okay. The Brooklyn way.
She's in
Brownsville,
Brooklyn.
what up? You know, we've originally from Brownsville. We moved to Hollis. So Brownsville, I got family out there.
Y'all been repping Queens all this time, and y'all from Brooklyn?
Well, you know, again, I was raised in Queens, so I'm not going to rep Brooklyn in that sense, but you know, BQE, the Brooklyn Queens Expressway.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, Hollis raised me, so I'm always going to rep Hollis first.
Right.
I was born in Brooklyn, but raised in Queens. So
that's what KRS-One said on the verses. He said he was born in Brooklyn, but he was raised in the Bronx.
That's right.
There you go.
So that's the both
like
worlds.
everybody was born in Brooklyn.
Real quick, speaking of the verses, who did you think got it, Kane or KRS?
Oh man, I love both of them. Shout out KRS, shout out Kane. You know, for me personally, see, again, I'm 54. That era right there when KRS shitted on Queens. So I have so many fights physically because of that one record. Nah, y'all see, hip hop was totally different.
I get it.
There was only one club to go to, and I was in it. And it was all, if you wasn't about that life, and when Queens, they rep Queens, it was only a handful of us repping Queens. And then, yes, you would get challenged. When that record came on, I'm still repping Queens, and the bridge is over. I'm like, son of a bitch, we fighting tonight. It was real. So, and Shan, shout out Shan. I know Shan very well. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Again, it was just that era, man. We was fighting physically just because you was from Queens, not because I knew you or you said something. So that man right there, whether he understands it or not, it had a big effect on me growing up.
One of my close friends, he from Queens, South Side, we outside. And when Kane and KRS were, he was like, yo, Kane better kill that nigga. That nigga KRS-One.
That's
fuck
what
that
I'm saying.
Yo, he was like, yo, why he ain't bring Shan out? Yo, he was going, and he 50. He's 50 years old. So
no, he was in it. He's in it. You know,
I'm a hip hop baby, so I wasn't like you guys, but I definitely I was young when part of that era came out, and so I know and I feel it. You know who my family is, Sugar Hill Gang and all that. So I got proceed to a lot, the whole experience of things, man. It's just a different time. But when he brought out Mad Lion, Lion
Tricks.
My boy too.
That's theatrics. Again, if it's that's what it's supposed to be, just music. That's but it's all good. It's all good.
I think the culture one. I hate that everybody.
I don't want the culture one. I don't want to make it more than that or anything. Even when people talk about the whole Ja and Joe thing, I'm like, yeah, it was cool. It's like I downplay it because it's just I don't want to be fighting. I don't want to be like picking a side. You pick who you like. Pick who you like. That's it. I'm good. We good over here. That's it. Irv is in his third season. I'm gonna shout out Irv again. Tails completed his third season. We killing it at BET with that TV show. My brother's gonna be one of the biggest TV movie makers in the game. He's just doing his thing. That's all. Quietly, which is not his MO.
Shout out. I just want to throw out there, like even when you have a basketball game, you say the basketball game is two teams
competing basketball, baby.
But somebody wins. Or even if you're having a rap battle, somebody technically wins. With versus,
of course.
Nobody's winning. It's not like somebody's gonna get a prize over this. So I just feel like it's for the culture, So anybody, I wish we could stop.
And it's a battle.
It's really a battle.
Okay, it's not a battle because at the end of the day, the body of work is already created. See, I have an idea because versus will run out of things to do. That's like, that's not engaging, let's say, right? They're going to run out of these artists, right? We don't even have but so many. It'll run out. Who's the next versus? What is that going to be? You know what I mean? And
me and Babs had a dream versus. She was Lil Kim and I was Nicki Minaj. And that was
yes.
I get that. That's different because they're going to need ideas.
I got some. I think they must blur them out.
Swiss definitely. I remember Swiss and Tim saying that to them. What they feel like what they creating right now is gonna be like a museum of like music. So I guess once everything is done and recorded, I don't know how you're gonna be able to go get this whole catalog and all of the youth that's being able to be introduced to these older artists and to hear these older records. And now they're getting money. The streams are going up. They're able to, you know, put out new shit, do walkthroughs. It's a chance for them to go get a bag. And so I'm happy for them for that. And now they going on tour and doing
I have
shit
another
like,
way
yes.
too. I have another way too. I started another company called Clash TV. It's a streaming platform. We're doing sports right now. We do MMA. We did basketball, Dykeman basketball. Shout out Ken. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Yvonne. Again, we're killing it with that, with the stream, because this is the way of the future, and it's a new way to get money. I could actually do, you know, what's this? The eggs and bacon.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Yes,
bacon, egg, and
yes.
cheese. Sorry, bacon, egg, and cheese. We could do that also, and then put you on new platforms. We have not only streaming outlet, but we also have connected TV. Which is Pluto TV, Fubo TV, Sling TV, and one more, Samsung TV.
Won't he do it?
So
all right.
No, we have it. No, we have it. It's coming. It's just we're getting all of these things. You know, Upstart, I can't but do so many things. GF, what up, man? That's my Chicago OG right there. GF, what up? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we have all of these things. You know, I'm going to get my son and Tamika on there. I talk to Buttons. I talk to the Breakfast Club. As long as they're non-exclusive, it doesn't mean you have to be just there, but it'll be a new, what I call vertical. It's a new vertical, which means you're going to make another revenue stream, right, that you wasn't making, that'll be perpetuated. Again, I'm just trying to help everybody get this money, man, and show them how to do it. So it's more than music.
Because this show streaming shit, it's so like, yeah, you got to know
We're
how
in
to,
a different
how to
world.
do it. Yes, a different world. Even with the music, how do you get on playlists and all of that? So you got to know that. That's what I'm learning now.
Hey, I'm watching all of these live, like everyone's commenting, all my artists, like a ton of my artists checked in, which is dope. That's what I promote, artist community, and meaning independent artists need to stick together more than ever today, because think of Drake and think of Kanye. They just came out and they did their whole thing. Skitter Scatter, what up? They just did their whole release. And what happened was all their fans, all their friends reposted their shit, which made it reach phenomenal numbers, like groundbreaking numbers. So independent artists, when I say right now on my platform I have over 4,000 artists, it's not where I want to be. I want to be at 4 million artists, right? But 4,000 artists is a lot of artists. So if I put 4,000,
I can't hear him.
I think we can't hear you. Oh man, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you. We can't. We can't hear you.
Oh,
yeah,
y'all didn't hear me.
Yeah. It was
I
the
think
good
so.
like you got 4,000
I think
artists.
yeah, I was getting right to it. I was just getting right to it too. Siri fucking interrupted me. That bitch Siri interrupted me. So what I was saying is I got about 4,000 artists on my platform. So if each one of them had a thousand followers, just 1,000, right? We're talking about 40 million people that we would reach. So that's a big reach. You know what I'm saying? So when you do the math, it's just a numbers game, and that's how I'm setting up on the technology side to do that for all these artists to stick together. I don't care if you like it or not. It's only support, right? If you don't like it, right? If you don't like it, what difference does it make? You say good luck. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're doing, basically. If you don't like it, it's all you're saying is, yo, good luck.
Right.
And opening it up to these many people. So it's a numbers play. It's a numbers game. And man, it's a lot to it. I'm pressing in on the marketing end, because the other part for independent artists that is needed is finance. You know, you're talking about your daughter, but I don't finance. See, that's the difference with Adventures Murder Inc. Murder Inc. gave a deal where Adventure Music is like, it's yours. You do it. You're independent. We're here to teach you about how to do it, but you have to do it, right? Now, I could open up relationships, which is valuable, extremely valuable, and that's what I do. I'm 30-something years in the game, so I open up those relationships for these independent artists that probably could never get to it. See, we're from New York. We're a different animal, but let's leave New York, right? Let's go to Boise, Idaho. Let's Nebraska. I got artists in Nebraska. What chances do they have? See, it's not about just one place, and that's where the value of what I'm talking gets even stronger, because the people in Nebraska, they're not getting no help. Then they have to chase everybody down. They don't even know the right marketing people, the right, promotion people. They don't have the relationships. We're in the heart of it. New York, Atlanta, LA, you know what I'm saying? Chicago, these are places that will have a better access to the industry. But when you go talk to Chicago artists, they say the same thing. They don't have it. So imagine when you go to further or more remote places, what chances do they have? And that's what Adventures is bringing. So I tour and I pull up on all those type of cities. Any promoters that's from there DM me at the thing, and we'll set up a date and we'll pull up. You know what I'm saying? Because, this is business. We make money together.
Yes, I'm in a small town in Texas.
Texas? What part?
Yes,
what part? Where?
I'm in a small town called Victoria in Texas.
What's the next biggest city to it? I'm sorry. I just want to get some,
Houston.
Okay, so how far outside of Houston?
2 hours.
Okay, 2 hours. All right.
2 hours. Now, yes.
Are you by Dallas too then?
Nah, Dallas is 5 hours from me.
Okay, cool.
Now, one of the guys that, I get my buzz from, he rap.
Yeah.
He got his little studio set up in his room, you know what I mean? But he don't got no outlet out here. He don't know what to do, how to get on. You know what I mean? He has no idea. But all he know is, I know how to record. I'm going to make music. I'm going to post it on my Instagram page. But he don't know how to attract followers. He don't, you know what I mean? He just knows his people in his little town. Nobody really comes here for them to see. So
if we did an
it's
event,
great that you doing something like that.
I'm gonna go even deeper. If we did an event, can he get? How many artists would he get to get on that stage?
I could definitely ask him, because I know that he messed with a lot of the guys out here that do music. A lot of them out here do music. You got the black guys, you got the Mexican guys that even rap
Let me tell you something. That's one thing that is for sure. Wherever little city, there's people making music there.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. It's just that it's not as prevalent as it is in the bigger cities. So that's what we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when I pull up into these cities, I usually do radio. I do digital radio. You see, I'm on this show. I do this for everybody. So when I ask to do it, it's just scheduling my day. That's all it is. Again, I was told I was going to do this yesterday. And I was prepared for yesterday, but then he said, "Oh, it's Wednesday." I said, "Nigga, I'm traveling." Yeah, exactly. And then he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Fuck," but I didn't want to not do it. I said, "Fuck it, I'll get up and make sure it happened." That's it. It's like
I got a flight out there today, so I'll be out there later on. I'll definitely hit you up.
Yeah, I'll be out there tomorrow.
I'm in Vegas right now. Yeah, it's the cannabis convention out here. We got, I got a little. I'm in the Bud. I got a little Bud Connect, so I'm going to check them all and see what we do.
We might have to take that drive, love. We might have to take that fucking drive. Shit. We'll figure it out. Al, this was an amazing show. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you. Dropping these gems.
Thank you.
Everyone, make sure you hit him up. He's accessible through his Instagram, and you can also. What's your email?
My email, no email. I'll give you Chris Gotti. Chris Gotti 187 Dex Diamond. Taurus PR. You know what I'm saying? Those are all my reps. They represent me. Adventure Music 1. And then if you was to sign up as an artist, you go to adventuremusic.com and you can sign up. You'll see all the things we have there, services.
That's right.
And then again, we're
invest
accessible.
in yourself. Invest in yourself and holler at Chris. He could make it happen. Sometimes the connections is priceless. You can't even afford to speak to niggas he's talking to. You know what I'm talking about? So invest in yourself.
Hey, that's a big fact. And then what else I tell him, I said, you couldn't get to speak to me. Again, put a value on that before you start asking me, before you ask me about everything you want. And see, artists are very self-centered. It's all about what they want. And they think everyone should help and do what they need, and they don't realize. That's why I'm teaching them, no, you got to look in the mirror. How are you going to make your record go? How are you going to get to the promotion that you need? There's no one there to help you. You got to figure it out. And as you get bigger, which is crazy, right? That's when you start seeing people say, hey, I'll help you. because they see the vision. You got to make them see that vision, though.
Yeah.
Once people see that vision, oh, you'll get the help.
Yeah.
They're going to come.
And if you need help seeing the vision, go to MissLissaKnows.com. Enter the code Gotti, and we're going to save some money.
Miss Lissa.
Lucky CBD Enterprises, Lucky Sounds, Lucky Crowns, and subscribe to Queen of the Ring on YouTube.
Yes.
Until next time, this is Bacon, Egg, and Cheese.
Let me promote too.
Yes, let them promote. Let them promote. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. She can keep going. I'm just, they see it. They know what it is.
I got a CBD company, but I also do music placements as well. Like we just did the last 3 seasons of Atlanta Housewives, Shows of Sunset, Family Karma. So some of your artists, we can get placements over there. So I'll definitely be in touch. We working.
Definitely. See, that's something we should talk about. Like I could put it to all my artists, and then they could, whoever needs it for their videos and things of that nature, and you pick and choose or something like that.
Yes, and if you need some shades or outfits for your video, go to MissLissaKnows.com and get real sexy for the video. And if you need some inspiration on some bars for your music, make sure y'all tune in to Battle Rap. Queen of the Ring, you already know the vibe. Go to Queen of the Ring artists on YouTube. I got the hottest females in the world spitting the fire bars. Y'all already know the vibe.
When you put your single out? That's my question. When you put your single out?
Actually, I just wrapped up my new video, and my single will be dropping next week. Let's go.
Okay, there it is. But I'm gonna hit you with a low blow because I don't know what platform how you putting it out.
I'm putting it out on all streaming platforms.
How? Through? Say it. Go ahead, say it. Let it be known then.
Through Adventure Music, Lady Luck album.
Yes, there you go. Adventure Music. There you go.
Lady Luck got the Stay album coming out. Songs about Yahweh. It's a venture with Adventure Music.
Yes, you get your own portal. You have your own portal.
There you go.
And you'll be able to do everything yourself right in front of you. See your analytics in front of you, everything. Let's get it.
Let's fucking get it.
Shout out my baby father, DJ Chubby Chub. All right, let's get out of here, people. I gotta go shopping for my flight.
All right.
Hey.
Thanks for the show.
Thank you, Craig.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, no doubt. Look, all good.
DJ Chubby Chub. Hey. Yo, it's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. Hey.